quick and dirty track guide. First one in a long time. Life was too busy and my brain was too sore to do one. Here at Brands Hatch from the Volvo S40. Going up to turn one. Bit of liner up here. So on the brake here where it says brake, usually you can brake a touch after it, but see here right on the marker hitting the brake. And I kind of aim my car. There's a Marshall post here and the end of this barrier, so initially I brake towards the Marshall post up the hill and then turn down into paddock. Go right over to the white line, clip it if you can. You can see the track dips and then flattens, and then before it finally takes the big drop down the hill. So you don't want to get fully on the power too early or you'll start to drift very wide and touch the sand. Just kind of feathering about 3/4 throttle till I come over the crest here, and then I kind of you get a bit more grip as the weight of the car comes down onto the wheels. Really drive it forward into turn two. I'm gonna brake just after you leave the AstroTurf section here. Slightly turn the wheel. There's a post here. Two orange markers here. It's too far to the right, so kind of aiming up here with a very slight curve on the brake. There's a very slight turn in while you're on the brake. Braking pretty hard, trying to scrub as much speed out before you get over the little crest here. See there, once you're over the crest, you're down below 50% of your brake power. Starting to turn in a bit more, and as you turn the wheel, you overturn the wheel, you're getting some extra brake in there, but you don't want to go too much. You still want to be able to use your actual brake pedal. So it's kind of a combination of both. Then when you feel a bit of grip come into the car, kind of get off the brake, crank the wheel, and then when you feel it bite, you can get on the power. That'll pull your nose around. It's front wheel drive, remember, so it's not unlike rear wheel drive where you can get like power oversteer, but you need to, it's different because you're waiting on grip and relying on grip rather than a lack of grip at the rear. So you wait till the front wheels are properly settled and biting the track, and then you can plant the throttle to pull the nose towards this very late apex here. See if I can get it here on my fancy Motec. So this is turn two here. Brake, 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 lead. Then you're letting off the brake as you come over the crest of the hill. And as you between coming off the brake and on the throttle, you crank the steering angle just that extra little bit as you get on the power to pull the nose. don't want to. You're sacrificing a bit of turn too, pulling into that real late apex and coming out just over halfway across the track. These cars are a bit too slidey to go wide here and try and reposition for turn 3. Here, yeah, coming out like a car's width from the curb. The more over here you can get, the more of a sort of a whip you can get into turn 3. Then you're gonna try and get down into second here, so you're braking just before this marker here, kind of following the middle of the track up and around. Staying kind of middle of the track into second, come off the brake, start to squeeze the throttle and hit this point here at the white line. Into third nice and early and drive up the hill in third. Nothing you can really do about that bump, kills a bit of power. Fast bar circuit down to the 6th gear. 3 fast right-handers here. Each one you're braking a little bit later than the last. So the first one you're braking just after 2. Brake point 2. Say kind of 3/4 of the way between 1 and 2. Down into 5th. And you want to aim the car through the apex of the corner. Then as you feel you're going to end up on the grass, you're giving it just a little smidge of throttle to create some understeer and drive forward, which will just balance the car. Takes a lot of practice this track to get these corners right. Second one you're turning in much later, brake in about halfway to, it's kind of 3/4 of the way to 1 on the previous corner, about halfway to 1, between 1 and 2 on this corner. And you're braking in a straight line hard up level with this marker and then turning quite late for a touring car anyway. 5th, 6th, and then level with this orange marker here. Quite late on the brakes, you're coming up the hill, so hard there, get it into 4th. Stay in 5th that whole corner, do I? There you go, learn something new doing these. This is a nice fresh set of tyres. Only so many times you'll take that corner in 5th. Down into 3rd, turn in really early, get right down into the bottom of this corner. Cut as much of it as you can on the power really early there, you see. Already on the power, just as the car bottoms out into that little bowl. Smash the power. Pretty good there, safe enough. In the last corner, probably on the hardest here. You got it, car just kind of flicks into 6th. A lot of the time, so if you make your 5th a bit longer, So you only have that single downshift into fourth and take the last corner down in fourth gear. Turning in just where this little off-road starts, and similar to before, you're really trying to attack this curve early, and there's all the grips on the in at the curb here. Basically, if you any sort of late apex here, which you'd think would work down a straight, will just come with heaps of understeer. So you can see here, I'm aiming the car right through the grass, and start to squeeze the power here as they hit the curb. Just chop it as much of that corner off. So you don't want to spend the wider you come into that, the more time you spend sliding, and the more power you lose, and more time you lose. Easy lose 2-3 tenths there with the wrong line. So we run that back again. It's cars here. My racing style. It's great for that. Yeah, very difficult track, takes a lot of practice. Then some more practice. Control those turning braking points into your head. Delicate on the throttle when you're pulling it out of that rear end slide. With the cold rear tyres, back end's going to step out quite a lot. And don't be smashing the throttle trying to get it to correct. Just try and use like a 25-30% throttle. Slowly squeeze it to give that bit of understeer back in the car. And try and balance it rather than correct it, overcorrect it. Yeah, it's a very fun car to drive. You can be really aggressive with it. Hammer the curbs. So you see there. On 3 wheels, 2 wheels, 1 wheel, whatever you want. Worst case scenario, you run a bit wide and onto the grass, but it's very fun, very forgiving car. thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Hopefully a bit sooner.